Ghost Relations Department, helping happy haunts since 1963. To whom it may gravely concern, we work closely with the residents of the Haunted Mansion to ensure that nothing stands between them and an eternity of happy haunting. But of late, there is trouble in the etheric realm. For the first time in eternity, it seems that our spirits are the frightened ones. In this, their time of need, the spirits request your help. At the ghost's urging, we have enclosed several heirlooms that may prove useful to your endeavors. The latest edition of the Grim Gazette, the most trusted tabloid of the afterlife, an advertisement for the Bloodmere and Brooms redusting services, a wedding announcement preserved over the centuries, a special radio housing for your modern infernal gadget, a bat, the emblem of the mansion, a teacup whose value in communicating with the spirits cannot be overstated, divination cards, authentic cards reproduced from the deck of the great Madame Leota. Eternally yours, the Ghost Relations Department. P.S. The ghosts have added their own messages to this letter. Most mortals find spirit writing easiest to read when the paper is dampened with water. We can no longer keep our haunting promise to follow our visitors home. We've noticed you at our mansion and sensed that you may be particularly attuned to our spirit ways, the perfect mortal to render assistance. Only a talented mortal deeply connected to the spirit world will be able to detect the haunted qualities of these objects and scan each item in all states to form new resonances with the haunted mansion using the Phantom Radio. Align these symbols to Aunt Agony in the Grim Gazette. We have a message for you. An advertisement just a little moth-eaten for Bloodmere and Broom's redusting services. When frozen or exposed to the chill of the crypt, this artifact will undergo a disquieting metamorphosis. A special radio housing for your modern infernal gadget to impart to it a right and seemly aura of foreboding. A bat. This creature may prove helpful for tuning in spectral frequencies. A teacup, especially useful for reflecting upon the tea leaves in the newspaper. Divination cards. Use with care.
Ezra! Gus! Look at that, fellas! Look how murky it is! Like the whole mansion's been wrapped up in fog.
Yep, same as yesterday. And the day before that. And the day before that. It's been quite a while since we followed any mortals home. I'm just itching for some hitching. Hey, Gus?
I reckon I'm going stir crazy. I can't take much more. I feel like a prisoner, shackled at the ankle.
You are.
Oh, I won't last much longer. We can go, guys, right? I mean, how bad could it be? Getting lost in the fog forever? Forever isn't that long. Let's go.
No, Gus. No,
Don't do it!
And me. I gotta get out. I gotta get out of here. It's jailbreak. Let me out.
It's too dangerous.
Oh, what's the worst that can happen? We're ghosts.
Exactly. We're ghosts. The rules of the living don't really pertain to us, do they?
Oh, no.
We don't know why the fog is here or what happens in it, and I, for one, don't care to find out. No matter how much I miss following the mortals home.
Oh, is this fog ever gonna lift?
Oh, now just hold your horses there, Gus. I've heard that some of the other residual residents have started what they're calling a committee of wandering ghosts.
Huh?
Yeah, and they're fixing to do something about our, travel troubles.
Oh, wait a minute. You actually go to those committee meetings?
Nah, of course not, Ezra. You think I died yesterday? I'm not about to get on you-know-who's bad side, am I?
How come you know so much about it, then?
Let's just say that a little birdie told me.
Oh, the Raven?
And they got a plan?
They believe they do, but who knows if it'll really work.
It was the Raven, right?
We'd better, because if we can't hitchhike anymore, then what? Oh, I'm scared.
Yeah, we're all scared. We have to keep our spirits up. Don't let the fog go to our heads.
Sally Slater. There is no need for all the shouting.
Victor, it's done. They've done it. Oh, yes, this is quite wonderful.
What was done? By whom?
Why, the Ghost Relations Department, of course. They've sent the boxes.
The boxes? The boxes? The boxes! Why, yes, of course, the boxes. Yeah, but wait, the boxes, the contents, they actually sent the haunted items to mortals?
Precisely.
This plan is full of perilousness. Just think of it. All that spectral power in the hands of foolish mortals.
It's true, but honestly, what choice did the committee have? Things are desperate. More desperate than most of the ghosts know.
Is it as bad as the gossip says then, Miss Slater?
Worse, I'm afraid.
Well, there's nothing to be done now except hope for the best. Please to be keeping your bones crossed, yeah?
Don't say that! It's terrible bad luck.
Bad luck? Why is the bad luck? Superstitions are for the living, my dear.
You, floating up there. Do you have a moment?
Hang on, be right down. Oh, hello there. Say, aren't you the gal from the tightrope?
I'm sorry? Oh, yes, of course, the painting. My name is Sarah Slater, but please call me Sally. Pleasure to meet you.
Oh, the pleasure is all mine. What can I do for you?
As Chief Spookswoman and Membership Committee Chair Ghost of the recently formed Committee of Wandering Spirits, I would love to speak to you for just a moment.
Miss Sally, that's not really my cup of tea. Committees are for the living, and I should be getting on and...
Wait! Yes, ordinarily, I would agree. Committees are a dreadful bore and the sort of thing that we spirits hope that we had left behind in our mortal, corruptible state. But the mansion, sir, is in trouble. Hasn't the fog prevented you from performing your customary rounds?
You could say that.
And are there not never-ending hordes of our honored guests who are leaving to return to their homes, robbed of the chance to be accompanied by you or one of your fellow hitchhikers?
Oh, yeah, but there's nobody who can say what's to be done about it.
Sir, you have penetrated directly to the heart of the matter. What's to be done? My friend, there is but one thing to be done, and that's to join our Committee of Wandering Spirits. Even as we speak, the committee has put into motion certain plans that we believe...
Enough! Just what do you think you are doing?
Madam Leota, nothing. I was just leaving. Yeah, that's it. I gotta catch a ride. Bye-bye.
Madam, there's no need to take that tone. I was merely trying to impress upon our preambulatory friend the importance of...
I know very well what you are up to with that committee of yours, Miss Slater. You and your litter of misinformed ghouls can waste as much time as you like trying to recruit foolish mortals. To solve a problem like the one at hand, you'd need a whole host of mediums as powerful as I was in life. It's highly unlikely you found even one.
Well, not yet. But I have a very good feeling about this.
So, as you waste your energy on your feelings and schemes, I will consult my cards to find a real solution to the problem. A task that would be much simpler, but for your proselytizing and prattling. I will let you know when you and your friends are needed, and will thank you to desist until then.
Of course, Madam Leota. But really, you
Should I? Really? Should I? Or should you return to your tightrope?
dearie me. I beg your pardon, madam. I fear I've taken a wrong step.
As the alligators know, Ms. Slater, it isn't your first wrong step.
Right! I'll just be off then.
Be gone! Her in charge of a committee. Really? If there was anybody in the mansion that should head anything, it'd be me.
Tell the readers of the Grim Gazette your reaction to the committee contacting mortals for assistance.
Tell your readership that we will find a solution. Ourselves. Without a committee. This revealing of our secrets to outsiders is ill-advised. I'm sure you agree.
As editrix of the Gazette, I must remain neutral. But I have several ghostly sources who say, off the record, that they've sensed a peculiar resonance with our...
Wait! Quiet.
May I speak yet?
No! Someone is listening. Someone who should not be.
Where? Here?
No, from regions beyond our mansion.
A shocking development. Who could it be?
I don't know who, but I'll bet I know how.
How? Oh, I might be able to hold the next issue for a scoop.
Shh! I am trying to find them. I can't quite focus on them with this infernal spectral fog. This interloper must be far, very far from the mansion.
I have good news for the committee. Good news, Miss Slater.
Good!
But I am also having the bad news.
Oh,
Which would you like first?
the good news, if you please. We need all the cheer you can supply.
The mortals appear to have uncovered the true use of the objects you sent. They must be the spectrally aware visitors we were noticing, yeah?
Brilliant! But how do you know?
I'm glad you asked for the good news first, or else it would have been quite confusing. Well, you see, that is the bad news.
Oh no. What did they do?
Oh, the powers of connection to the spirit world are most formidable, enough to permit them to reach through the veil and hear the comings and the goings in our mansion. Even over great distance, they can hear us. Alas, the first one to notice that these mortals were listening in...
Please don't say it. Not her!
Das oopsie-daisy. As you might guess, Madame Leota is not in the best of spirits at the moment.
Nothing to do but face her wrath.
I will come with you.
Oh, thank you, Herrgeist.
We must stick together in this time of strugglement.
Wait, fellas, I think it's lifting. No, it's not. It's useless, boys. There's just no change, and it's not safe to go out there. It's nothing but gloom with a chance of worse gloom. Deal them out.
And it's not the good kind of gloomy.
Well, I got nothing here. Ezra, you sure there were living folks listening in?
Oh, that's what she said. I have no reason to doubt her powers.
Exciting! Hey, hello! I'm a ghost! Boo!
Okay, Gus. Gus. That's enough.
All right.
Hey, maybe the committee finally did something right.
Oh, that'll be the day. All I can say is, I miss hitching.
I miss getting rides with strangers. All right, hit me.
Yeah, it'll be a good day when we're keeping our promises and following those mortals home, huh?
You can say that again. Hit me.
Soon.
Eat your heart out. 3 graves. Spades.
Oh, I had a good hand.
Sally, do you think the mortals will know what they are supposed to be doing with the things we have sent them?
I have every confidence that the Ghost Relations Department put those boxes in the proper hands.
But have they enough talent to find the hidden warning?
We can only hope.
We spent all of that time with the training of those moths to chew the advert in just the correct places.
You did an exemplary job.
Dankeschön, thank you. You are too kind. But if they do not find it, then it will not matter how well I did the job.
Too true, too true.
If the mortals are as perceptive as we hope, then they will align the moons and the stars and see that all is not as it seems.
Pardon me, but the Grim Gazette is conducting a poll to see how the typical spirit feels about the current difficulties.
Fantastic!
May I ask how you feel about the situation?
Yes.
Right. So how do you feel about the situation?
It's safe to say I am a bit spooked.
I understand. And you are not unique in your opinions. Are you doing anything to cope with the situation?
Like what?
Oh, for instance, do you consult the Gazette's tasseomancy column?
Tasseomancy. Reading tea leaves? I don't know. Isn't that just a superstition?
Oh, not at all. No, it's a very powerful form of divination.
I don't know. I never quite saw how that's supposed to work.
I don't claim to be an expert, but we do have a regular tasseomancy column in the Gazette, and so I've had quite a few chats with some experts in the field. Apparently, you don't even need to drink the tea.
Well, that's good. Everything just goes right through me these days, you know? No flesh. How does it even work then?
They say it has something to do with the cup you use. The glazing, the reflections can give you a glimpse of the unseen.
The reflections?
Yes, and they say you can get an even more perceptive reading by turning the cup upside down. Something about the multiplicative powers of inverting a reflection. It's all highly arcane.
Who'd have thunk it?
Indeed. So the next time you're feeling frightened about what's to come, may I suggest consulting the Gazette's tea leaves column?
Maybe I will. If I can scare up a cup, that is.
Oh, yeah.
You know, there's one ghost in the mansion that I reckon is just fine with being fogged in.
Oh, who's that?
Aha! Hoo! Ha! Hush! Whoosh! Oh, I bet you're talking about old Constance. You know, the bride. Whoosh! Hoo! Chop, 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 chop.
Hey, be careful with that thing. Where did you even find that axe?
Hi-ya! Well, it was wrapped up over there with a big white bow.
Now, why do you think that about Constance?
Well, come on, think about it. How many husbands does she get rid of?
Chop, chop, chop.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, I think it was 5. Now, seriously, put down that thing before you hurt someone.
Yeah, and even after she did them in, they're all still in love with her. Oh,
Right. Yeah, so I'll wager she's thrilled they're all trapped somewhere else and can't get back.
Oh, now leave her in peace for a bit.
You gotta admire her handiwork. I mean, by the time she got to her third husband, she really had it down to a science.
Yeah, she really had a good head on her shoulders. Unlike her grooms.
Now, you can see that right on the wedding invitation.
I'm gonna set this down for a moment. But only if you got the chill of ghostly fingers. Am I right?
Oh, yeah.
That's certainly true.
You know, in spite of the body count, she's a sentimental one.
You think?
Oh, I know. She used to keep the invitation in the icebox right next to the leftover wedding cake.
Oh, now that's sweet. And cold.
Yeah, well, we're talking about cake, right? Ouch! Oh, my foot! I mean, who leaves an axe in the attic? Really?
Serves you right.
Stop! Just what do you think you are doing? You are meddling with forces that are beyond your comprehension. Halt! Put down those things. How did you get your hands on them? Oh. Of course. When I get hold of those dog-hearted members from the Committee of Wandering Spirits, they will know what it is to awaken the wrath of a real medium. For uncountable years, this haunted mansion has flourished under my scrupulous guardianship. But now, this committee thinks it knows better than me. It really believes it can simply vote itself the solution to the greatest peril the spirit realm has ever faced. The arrogance, the impudence, the sheer, inconceivable hubris. Bringing foolish mortals like you into private spectral affairs. Honestly, do you think you have aught to contribute to our great troubles? You are without talents, without abilities, without wisdom. But somehow the other ghosts seem to think you have some special talents, some connection to the spirit world, that you are some sort of medium. But I highly doubt it. The stakes are too high, don't you understand? Our ability to haunt beyond the mansion could be obliterated forever. It would be our doom. There cannot be any failure. We simply cannot afford it. And in that light, we cannot afford to turn away assistance, even if it comes from the mortal world. So, the spirits tell me they have sent you 10 cards from my private deck. A futile gesture, really. But what's done is done. Are you ready? You best be. Now. So that we may communicate, set your device, the one through which you hear me speaking. Set that device upon the box that traveled to you from our most haunted mansion. Now, should you knock on this box, like you mortals would knock on a door, I may hear your knocks and respond. Set your device on the box and try out a single knock. Yes, knock once on the box now. I will hear you. Good. That's loud and clear. Now to the cards. First, turn the cards face up and order them by number from the smallest to the largest, with the smallest number on top. When you are finished, knock once on the box to continue. Yes, knock. I will hear you. Yes. Now, pick up the cards and turn them face down in your hands. Next, you will divide the deck in 2 parts and move the top stack below the bottom stack. What you mortals call cutting the cards, I believe. After cutting the cards once, then you will cut them a second time. Knock once when you are ready to continue. Let's continue. Hold the cards in your hands, keeping them face down, as if you were ready to deal them out in one of your mortal card games. With the other hand, you will perform a ceremonial ritual. Don't be alarmed. It's a simple incantation. Do the following. Take the top 2 cards on the deck, turn them over together, and then replace them on top. That's right. Face up. Now, you should have all the cards face down except for the 2 cards you turned face up at the top. To you, these should seem totally random, but if you have any connection to the spirits, they will have guided your hands in ways yet unseen. Next, you will cut the deck once more, the same as you did before. This will relocate the 2 face-up cards to somewhere in the middle of the deck and give you 2 new face-down cards on top. Do this and knock once when you are ready to proceed. Next, you will take the 2 new face-down cards from the top and repeat the ritual. Turn them over together and replace them face up on top. Then cut the deck once more. This time, depending on where you cut, the cards on top may be face up or face down. The fates will decide. Knock once when you have done so. Repeat the ritual a 3rd time. Turn over the top 2 cards together. Depending on how the spirits have guided your hands, you may have a face-up card on the top of the deck. That is not your concern. Trust in the spirits and turn over whichever 2 cards happen to be on top, no matter if they are face up or face down. When you have done so, cut the cards again and knock once to let me know you are done. With all this, you have turned over many cards, but if you feel like you need more guidance from the spirits, you may repeat the ritual again. You may choose to do this once, twice, or let the cards rest as they are. Whatever your mortal judgment feels is wise. Each and every time, turning the top 2 cards over together and replacing them, then cutting all the cards. Remember the ritual. Turn over the top 2 cards together, then cut. Turn 2 and cut. Do this once more, twice more, or leave the cards as they are. You decide how many more times is sufficient. Let the spirits guide your intuition, if you can. Go ahead. I'll wait. Knock once when you are ready. All right. After you have completed the ritual, some of your cards will be face up, and some of them still face down. The cards will appear to be in total chaos to the uninitiated. But it is here we shall uncover any shred of mediumistic skills you might possess. Spread the cards out between your hands without changing the order, and see how many cards you have face down. Perhaps you see 2, or 5, or 9. Perhaps you don't have any cards turned over because the spirits did not guide your mortal hands, and you merely turned them all by chance. It makes no difference. The true medium will be able to pluck order from the chaos. Take the cards into your hands and deal all of them, one at a time, into 2 alternating piles. Just as they are, without turning any of them over. Left, right, left, right. Continue in this way until you have no cards left. Knock once when you are finished. Now listen closely. You should have 2 piles of cards. They may be mixed between face up and face down, or perhaps some of them are all one way or another. No matter what, see if you can feel the spirits guiding your hand to one of the piles. Now, lift that pile off the table. Then, turn it over completely and put it on top of the pile that is still on the table. Knock once when you are ready to proceed. And now we shall see. Only a natural medium, as you claim to be, will have been able to maintain the supernatural control of the cards necessary to succeed. Hold the cards in your hands, and in your mind, silently spell my name, 1 letter at a time. Here, I will help you. L-E-O-T-A. Consider this. How many letters does my name contain? Only a moment ago you held a random mixture of face-up and face-down cards, mixed by your own mortal hands. Were there 2, 4, 7 cards facing the other way? Look at the cards now and divide them into 2 groups. The face-down cards to the left and the face-up cards to the right. Count the number of cards in the piles. Let us see how many you managed to keep face up. Knock once if you have 5 cards face up. If you find that you do not have 5 cards face up, indicate thusly on your device. Go on. I'm waiting. What? 5? In each group? 5 face up and 5 face down? It's not possible. No! How did you manage to... No ordinary mortal could have managed this, and yet... You don't even see it, do you? Any medium could manage to get the cards to 5 face up and 5 face down, but only a supremely sensitive or powerful medium could separate the spirits from the living. Look, all the cards in one pile picture ghosts and ghouls. The other pile contains individuals in their more corruptible mortal state. I don't understand how this could have happened. But witnessing what I have just seen, it is clear that you possess great powers, even if you do not yet understand them. Your innate abilities seem particularly strong. However, we have a long road ahead. We will soon be in touch with additional tools. Until then, you must ready yourself, fellow medium. We have important work to do.